What's good, y'all? Whew. Welcome back to it. Got my spiritual guidance, y'all. It's your girl Dawn, and we got a message for you. Okay, listen, I ain't gonna hold you. So this is a timeless message, but I just kind of woke up. All right, so I was just like, listen. Um, and to be quite honest, because I'm a part of the collective, I woke up to being spiritually attacked. Okay. And so I mean, this isn't the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, or seventh time this has happened, honey. However, I'm being guided to share, like, well, it wasn't just because you woke up on your own per se. I mean, yes, God woke me up, but you also woke up in disturbance, right? Like, and I'm gonna be honest too, shit. I went to sleep being spiritually attacked. Like, you feel me? Again, this is nothing new. However, I think this might be my first time even sharing that. Okay. And how can we heal if well, as healers, right? If we are leading the collective, how are we supposed to lead if we do not share certain experiences, right? So let's get into this timeless message here, Holy Spirit. What do we have here for the collective? Holy Spirit, Yahweh, Yeshua the Christ, uncloak, contaminated, uncompromised. And just to let you guys know, I always say a prayer of protection before I even turn on the video. I know some readers do it while the video is going. Okay, every reader is different and similar. Okay. All right. So, Holy Spirit, what is the message here? I will say though, I was getting some downloads, like I was hearing blocking, trying to block, um, trying to energy harvest. It's the same shit. So basically, like same shit, just a different day, right? Um, so now for me, the attack was one way. For you guys, it could be in the form of an argument, it could be in the form of job loss, it could be in the form of losing things, it could be in the form of whatever the case may be, right? Having a hard time remembering, being sick, we have rejoice and celebration in reverse here. Okay, so somebody doesn't want you to celebrate. See, and that's the thing too. Somebody doesn't want you to celebrate. Why? Hopefully that's a little bit better with the lighting. I'm so sorry. Mental conflict in reverse. You're not confused on something. Okay, deception and envy. You're not confused about some sort of lies that have been told here, something underhanded that's been done. Like this is letting me know that you already have some sort of inkling that it could be a group here that's been trying to sabotage you from being happy. It could be, whether this is family, friends, lovers, people who teamed up together at work, or a combination of things, or flip energies as you see fit, take what resonates, leave the rest behind. This could be past, present, or future information for you, okay? Put yourself on the side of the story as you see fit. Ooh, 7-7 here. Now, although I love sevens, this can also mean a warning. Okay, so some of you guys could have been getting some warnings that, there's been energies after what? After what, Holy Spirit? Because it's different for everybody. After your abundance, after your light, trying to take your light, trying to dim your light here. right? Trying to manipulate your ability to feel and be happy and free. Okay, because you know the light card, this represents the sun card in the standard tarot deck. Okay. So um any type of like negative form of manipulation here, that's like black magic, okay? Whether the people are intentionally being spiritual or not, right? And so they could have tried, this group could have tried to sacrifice you, could have tried to sacrifice whatever you have going on here, right? Like your happiness, could have tried to sacrifice you being happy, your freedom here, whatever it is that you're trying to, do and be for yourself here. And maybe at first you didn't have the clarity on this, okay? Things could have been very hectic mentally for you as far as like developing mental illnesses, emotional distraughts, and so on and so forth. Um, like if for those that are dealing with those that are in that have formed a covenant to come up against you or whatever the case may be, they could have been sending what you call that, chaos spells, conflict spells, magic, and in addition to sacrifice, like, to try to fuck up your life, so that you'll want to give up on whatever it is that they're trying to target so that they can harvest it for themselves. This is, I mean, again, same shit, just a different day. So instead of like this group or this person or whoever it is that's been wrongfully attacking you in whatever way, shape, form, or fashion, instead of them saying, hey, let me go work on myself, let me go do what I need to do for me, it's like, oh no, let's keep attacking them. Let's keep trying. Oh, it didn't work this time. Let's try again. It didn't work this time. So, oh, and that's another thing too. I was hearing like shut up spells. So they're trying to, for some of you guys, use black magic to shut you up, to try to keep, we've gotten this energy before, trying to keep you from speaking your truth here. Okay. And this group is not just referring to those that are having humanistic experiences. Let me be very clear. Okay, because we have all different type of rankings watching. For some of you guys, this is not only those that are having a humanistic experience, but it's also the galactic dark beings that they're working with. Okay, different forms of dark races, right, in the astral realm, different demonic otherworldly beings, okay, of different demonic races. They have teamed, I was getting that download yesterday, that so I was watching a video, right, of another healer, Alejandra, I don't even want to mess up the name, something around that degree. I don't think it was that name, would it sound like that, Ale, or something like that. I think they what they got, I don't know. But basically, they were talking about like their healing journey, and um hold on. There was a couple healers they brought across my path. I'm gonna make sure I got the right one. I don't know. Be mindful of false light too. That just came up. Be mindful of false light. Okay, those who are come up as healers with their really false light. Okay. Well, basically, this healer in particular, they were describing what they felt like the difference is between a demonic attack, okay, versus a reptilian attack. Now, please keep in mind, when it comes to the reptilians, they are a race. They are considered a otherworldly being. I mean, I guess you can also consider them an opposing force for a majority of them. I guess you have your select few that are kind. Select. You see how small this is? And so with that being said, um, that is true. Okay. You do have some differences in what they may try to do here, right? Well, basically, the download that I was getting. So just to let you know, your spirit team will send you messages through sign symbols and synchronicities. And one of those sign symbols and synchronicities is videos, sounds, songs, right? I mean, don't get it twisted. The dark side can send you messages through those methods too. But it's kind of like using your discernment. God, is this video? Did you send this video for me? Spirit team, is this message for me? Can you give a confirmation that only we, you know? And so at this time, you're not just being attacked by demons, quote unquote. You're being attacked like they are working together. They have I heard that they have created a force and they have been working together because the signs, the things that they usually typically do, they've been infused. Okay, they've been infused to cause. I'm hearing like more torture, more pain, more corruption, so that because they feel like their empire is being threatened, what they're building, what they've done when it comes to the fucked up system. See, they don't see anything wrong with what they do. So they're looking at it as being, oh, this is great. Oh, this has been feeding us force, you know. Um, they're not looking at it. They don't care about people not getting what they deserve. They don't care about people's powers being taken away because of what it's doing for them. Just like any selfish person, right? So just to let you guys know, oh, demonic booby traps. And that's all I'm being guided to say. Be mindful. We have accelerated motion here. So this group, these covens, these dark galactic beings, which have also been working with some of those in the physical realm as well, teaming up, right? So like what that looks like is, they make an offering to such and such. They like, hey, we noticed that you've been da 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 da. Can you attack this? We're gonna work together. You get these materials and we'll do da 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 in the spirit realm since we're behind the veil. Okay. Now if you can astral travel, you can remote view, da 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 da, yada yada yada. All right. You will you be our feet on the ground, right? That's kind of that's how it's been, okay, um in a multitude of ways, and that's all I'm going to say for right now. So they've been trying to target your accelerated motion forward here. Okay, this is kind of like the chariot in the standard tarot deck, Cancerian energy. Okay, destiny. Yeah, because they're trying to prevent you from being in your destiny. Yeah, this destiny swapping type of energy again. So for a lot of you guys, you have some clarity on this destiny, them trying your destiny being under attack. Okay, what you're supposed to be doing being under attack, or you coming out of this. Okay, you could be coming out of this like having positive movement forward, but just to let you know, like, hey, some of that stagnancy or some of that 333 on the timer as I'm saying this, some of that stuck stagnancy type of energy wasn't just your imagination. It's been just it's been spiritual. Okay, you're supposed to be very very famous. You're supposed to be very well known, and I'm also getting with this accelerated motion paired with this mental conflict in reverse. You're supposed to help people, bring the medicine that helped you to the collective here. What that is the nature of being a healer, right? um but you've been because this is a part of your destiny. It's kind of like, well, I'm hearing other people say like, oh, but I want to do that, I want to do, right? Look at that, memories of love in reverse. So this could have happened in other past lives where you've had people play different roles to you, and this is what they've tried to do, try to harness your energy and you know harvest off of it. Financial and material changes here. Okay, so it looks like you guys may be teaming up with someone that you will have like some positive experiences with. whether this is a family member that you maybe haven't met or thought about being in a work partnership with, or starting a business with, or living with, roommating with, whatever the case may be, right? This could be a new love entering your life, or new friends, soul tribe, here, because we have material and spiritual prosperity and financial and material changes in reverse, which is good. So this is going from being in the five, which, don't get it twisted, the positive sides of five is, positivity, freedom, and change. However, which is a good thing, right? Now, the shadow side of the five is poverty, honey. It's poverty, it's ailments, it's, you're going through changes, but it may not be the best changes, honey. Right? Like, nobody wants to be in the fives unless it's the light side of it. So, with this being in reverse, that's great. You're stepping into the six. So it's kind of giving like Six of Pentacles vibes. You'll be having like resources, abundance, materialism to share, spare, and have a lot left over, right? To implement your kingdom business. But it also looks like with that Six of Pentacles energy, somebody could also want you to give to them the position that they were once in. You will be, I'm hearing the position that you were once in. I'm not you, the position that they were once in. Um, you will occupy that. You will occupy that throne, and that will be a very hard loss for whoever this group is. That, so this could be like a group of board members, right? And typically on a board, you have your president, a vice president, a secretary, a guard, the financial treasurer, some shit like that, and other roles, right? Depending upon what type of organization you're running. These are people in power. They're supposed to be holding it down, having integrity and morality, not be perfect, because everybody come with flaws now. You know, they supposed to make sure people get what they have and they need, because this is what the organization is for example. But no, they putting on a show. They look the part, but behind the scenes, they scamming people. They taking people's money. They not using it for what they say they gonna use it for. They're not telling people. They telling people one thing, and they like, it's not, it's, they're not for the people. Therefore, taking what the people have, like, it's very, I heard, running a scheme, falsifying information, working with. So I'm hearing officials working with, like, officials in the physical realm, pairing up and working with those in the astral that are dark, and working together to harness the energy of the collective by passing certain rules and regulations that put people in a position to where they don't have a choice to eat bad foods, right? Or to pay for overpriced housing, or to pay, right? Like, for example, think about a lot of the education we have been stripped from, the knowledge that we have been stripped from due to implants such as memory wipe issues, memory persecution curses, right? And unless you were born into a family unit that valued farming or knew how to cultivate agriculture and shit like that, um, you really didn't develop those skills. And so, just like we were born into this world eating dairy, eating shit that we really weren't supposed to be eating, right? So now we have to unprogram ourselves and reprogram us to the foods that we're supposed to be eating, right? So, dang, I forgot what I was gonna say. They trying to take, speaking of memory wipe issues, you feel me? Um, See, they really trying to take what I was gonna say out my head. But yeah, they working together in cahoots to oh yeah, like I said, okay. So, because when they poison the food, right, and you don't, know how to properly grow food. And it's what if you start now and your crops don't produce like they could and should. Like maybe you have a couple things, which is good, better than none, but the others, because maybe this went, maybe that, right? And then it could be cases where it's just fine, but you have to practice, you got to get it, you got to learn, right? But until then, it's like you're dependent on a grocery store. Oh, we got people dependent on grocery stores, so let's do shit to the food. So they're eating shitty food, which is then causing more ailments, which is then giving us more money circulating in through the hospitals. Child, listen, you have to see the shit for yourself, right? This is for entertainment purposes. So that was just, I mean, that's not just an example, but also that is a concept for you to apply to any area of your life when it comes to this person or people here and principalities that's been trying to take you down. It doesn't make it right, but it's giving you some more details here. Okay. So it's only a matter of time. Yeah. Before everything is found out, you already aware, you already feel like this shift is coming. Okay. This shift where everybody is about to be exposed for the shit that they have done and the crimes that they have done. Okay. Which will then close out that cycle. No more discontent and boredom. You will be fulfilled. And your clear cognizance could be telling you that you could be getting those downloads on that. Okay. And this is where your new beginning begins. All right. You won't feel like you have to do so much working and planning and all the rest of this shit. No more lies. Mm-mm. You could finally be in like a cycle that is pleasing to you, right? That feels good for you. But before we continue, you guys, if you want to add an Oracle deck to your collection, we have a couple in stock here. Okay, so feel free to purchase. The link is in the description box. All right, of this video. We do have another one here. Okay, what they got to say. This one is the 88 card Oracle deck here. Sorry for the lighting. And the other one is a 70 Oracle count, both for romantic and platonic connections with whatever you're dealing with, career, family, friend, love. Okay. Oh, yeah. Almost forgot. We got to put ourselves on because how would you know if we didn't tell you? If you guys are looking for journals, okay, you guys want any journals to write your stuff down in to make sure that you guys don't forget shit, right? Like your assignments or your dreams, okay? And people say, oh, I forgot my dreams. Oh, well, go ahead and write it down first thing when you wake up. Then that way you can remember some parts, right? If not all. Okay, so go ahead and copy one. These are on Amazon right now. So when you go in the description box and click on the link, that's where it will take you to. Okay. So go ahead and copy one, of course, if you want to. All right, guys. So let's get back into it. What's this? Spiritual warfare. Absolutely. And you see how that tried to not come out? You see how that's tried to. Now, this is our deck as well, but this is not available yet, but I will let you know. Spiritual warfare. So yeah, evil eye, spell work, spiritual attacks, good versus evil. Yeah, this that trials and tribulations, sleep paralysis, jealousy, hate, negativity, depression, spiteful. Listen, y'all have been waking up um bruises, scratches. I mean, this has been happening for years, right? Now you do have to make sure that it's not you scratching yourself and stuff like that. Because in the spirit realm, when you, especially if you fighting a lot of demons and principalities and stuff like that while you're asleep in the spirit realm, as above, so below. But I know everybody doesn't believe in that, free will. Okay. Um, but just to let you know, if you guys have been experiencing that and you know that you haven't been scratching yourself, they're not self inflicted or by anyone else in the physical realm, then, you're not crazy. All right. You're being spiritually attacked. All right. So this is confirmation here with someone or a group of people and energy sending evil eye or some curses here. Um, so just be mindful, and we have jealousy and envy in reverse. So again, just becoming aware. Okay, there could be some other energies that you are not aware that have been jealous and envious of you. So make sure you're paying attention to what you need to see and not what you want to see. Vicious cycle. So this vicious cycle is coming to an end here, a close. Okay. Um, this group or people that have been attacking you, like also too, if this is like a love situation, this energy did cheat. They did step out. They did violate the agreement. If this was a situationship, whatever boundaries or rules or regulations you have put in place, okay, or this is what happened in the past, wherever this is for you guys. All right. They have ruined their ability to be able to I'm hearing like get so this journey in particular, like I literally went to a musical that was called Good versus Evil. And that was the Holy Spirit's way of saying, "Hey, there's a battle that's about to be started. No, you in a competition. You do not want to enter this. However, this is what it's going to be for not just you, the collective, right?" This was back in I think 2022. I think 22 early late 2022, maybe early 2023. And sure enough, this is exactly what's been unfolding because this battle against good versus evil, because this is the rapture part two. This is purification time. People have to pick a side. And this also goes for my in-betweeners, those that, maybe you're a practitioner and you offer services of both light and dark, like you work with the angels of love and light, tried and true, but you also may work with demons for those that may want to hex an enemy, right? You will have to pick a side, meaning, are you going to only offer love and light services or are you going to only offer dark services? Okay, so this is just a heads up. And your choice will not just impact you, it will also impact you and your bloodline in the seen and unseen and those born after you. Okay. Now, healing in reverse. These energies have been trying to keep you sick. They've been trying to keep you ill so that you're unable to produce for yourself life purpose. Yeah, so you're not able to engage in your life purpose, which will then make you want to give up, which will then leave space and opportunity for them to jack whatever it is that they're trying to jack and harness here. People may not know this when it comes to certain soul fragments. There is a dark black market in the spirit realm where demons may put up different soul parts or divine stolen gifts that it's not theirs to do trading, to do, to harness, oh, hey, if you do this, I'll give you that. Because remember, the devil can't give you shit. You got to steal it from God's people, right? And just think about it. Like, even the devil and what he's trying to do and mimic God, like, that's a destiny swap, right? Like, you ain't get this shit on your own. We have faith, hope, and peace here in reverse. So, this could be very, very, you know, all this shit could brought a lot of pain and suffering here. Okay. Energy's trying to constantly keep you in poverty. Energy's trying to constantly keep you sick and bound and okay, oppressed. Like that does not bring upon security and happiness and fulfillment to anybody in the seen and unseen, right? We have generational trauma and curse in reverse. So you guys have broken this. Like this could have been something that was really like had like bloodlines in bondage here with the illusion of freedom. right? People like to call the America land of the free, and I've been calling it land of illusions. You feel me? Land of gaslighting. Because in what world, and mind you, you could be watching this because it's a timeless clip. This is a timeless reading. So you could be watching this months, years later, and times could be different for the better, hopefully. Oh, well, honey, right now, uh, in December 3rd, 2025, it is a mess. It is horrible. Okay? Like, and what faction is this freedom? When motherfuckers is chained to the fucking matrix. You feel me? Like, now you can be unchained to the matrix, but first you gotta become aware that you are and how to unchain, right? And this has been the process. This group of people, because they've done so much wrong, they did not unchain, they did not unchain their bloodline from this bullshit. They kept their bloodline in the curses, right? And I've said this in the reading before, where this energy or energies, they're pissed off that they didn't do what they were supposed to do. They didn't unchain their bloodline from these hexes and curses. They kept their bloodline in them, if not caused more. These energies caused more pain and suffering to their bloodlines. These energies triple cursed their bloodlines when they were supposed to break the curses. And mind you, this was done intentionally. This was no mistake. This was no. So no, they don't have no hope and no peace for the wicked. No one mourns the wicked, right? No peace for the wicked. Yep, this the purge. This the rapture part two. Book of Revelations part two, however you want to call it, phrase it. This the plague. Okay. Yeah, shadow work, cleansing, letting go. You guys probably need a clearing. Could benefit from one. A few of them. Okay. And I said this before and I'll say it again. If energy is constantly waking up every day, sending you negative energy, you need to wake up every day and cleanse. Okay. It's time to let go of people, places, mindsets, habits, and situations that doesn't serve your well-being. Cleanse and protect your vessel, loved ones, and household from negative energies. It's best to implement a cleansing routine, which can also be easier said than done. Yeah, this is very hard. It could be easier said than done if you know, you've already been doing shit. But keep praying, okay? My prayer warriors, right? It's while you're going through these shifts, these changes, this transformation here. Yeah, you stayed 10 toes down. You kept being yourself while others pretended, others, played the role, right? Knowing your worth, knowing your value, knowing that you deserve more, but wasn't getting it and speaking up, knowing that energies have been trying to suppress you and oppress you, but you keep being in your power by taking your power back and doing what you're supposed to do. And mind you, as long as you keep being in your purpose in some way, shape, or form, you will be okay. So, for example, if you're a spiritualist and somebody's trying to attack you, if you typically do tarot readings, but you can't do tarot, create a journal. If you can't create a journal for your business, but you have energy to see a client and just talk to them, see that client. If you don't have, right, like as long as you're doing some form of fashion of your destiny, no motherfucker can take it. If they're trying to harness your energy and you recognize the signs of someone harnessing your energy and you take it back. Like for example, I just felt an energy siphon when I shared that. And let me share why. Um, so like remember how I started off this reading saying that I woke up to being spiritually attacked and I also went to sleep being spiritually attacked. Now of course, things were being done to fight that off. However, you know, you can't control other people's free will. So people don't know this, and most dark practitioners don't know this. When it comes to certain dark programming, If you have it in your bloodline or in your soul, if you have it in your bloodline, um, where demons have hijacked your soul contract, or they're just trying to siphon off of you, they will literally, they're trying to make me forget so I don't share this information, so that you guys don't know. They will, uh, oh, it would trigger a ping. It would trigger a demonic booby trap. I think I said demonic. Yeah, I said demonic booby traps earlier. So people don't know this. Some people do. Some people don't. Everybody, almost everybody, has demonic booby traps in their auric field. If you're passing away, if you're not making it to 100, if you're struggling to make it to 200, you have these demonic booby traps. If you're aging, you have some demonic booby traps. And I'm not going to get into the logistics of that. I'm just saying a few things. Okay. This goes for both light and dark and in betweeners. Okay. This is for entertainment purposes, spiritually. Now, what are these demonic booby traps in particular? Well, the ones that I'm talking, there's several of them, but the ones that I'm talking about in particular, if let's say you have a past life history of helping people and speaking your truth, like I do, that I'm aware and that they have tagged my voice, they have tagged my ability to speak the truth. You saw, did you hear how my voice started to change a little bit? No coincidence. Our voice, yeah, that's an implant called voice box constrictor. Where basically they the watchers, the fallen angels, they will harness your energy because as a form of punishment. So these are like punishment, retaliation, demonic booby trap pings. And some people have them to where if you go and see a healer, and let's say you get a clearing, but you got them demonic booby traps in your auric field. Yeah, they can be cleaned out. But if you do not address the root cause as to why they're there in the first place, which baby, it can take a while. It's gonna come back. Um, it's gonna come back. That's why you see people, they get cleared from a ailment, and then maybe a couple years later it come back because the root of it wasn't cleared. And so that's a part of it. But two, it would energy was stifled for me just now because I have some more root work in a sense to do when it comes to the different implants that they have and dark programming that they feel like they have, and when I say they, principalities, demons, dark otherworldly forces feel like they have spiritual jurisdiction to, right? Which I found out that they have been moving very recklessly. They are spiritually committing treason, meaning that they are not supposed to be doing what they're doing. They've been they've been attacking people even when they don't have the spiritual jurisdiction to, if that makes sense. Um, so it's like they're not abiding by the laws because they're in panic mode now, and not that that gives them a right, but just to let you know, like, hey, they're not supposed to be. No, 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 they're not supposed to be doing that. God will take care, right? You just do what's in your power and control, which is easier said than done when you want some shit to stop. Okay, so basically, what they're going to try to do is the energy that they harvest from me speaking the truth, right? So I was telling you guys some information. this information was true. And that's another reason how I know that shit is true when I'm speaking it, because when they siphon energy when I speak the truth. Okay. And in other forms, but for the sake of this example, um, until I remove all of the reasoning why they are able to do this. Okay. And that means working with God, your spirit team, angels of love and light, ancestors of love and light, and so on and so forth, right? When it comes to your Akashic records. So some of you guys are dealing with ailments, you're dealing with different things. You guys have gotten healings, but you're wondering why, well, why did this come back? Or why isn't this going away? Or why da 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 da. Well, it's because you need to do some root work, like some deep, deep root work. Okay. And that's pretty much all I'm gonna say when it comes to that part, okay? But just know it's really bogus. It's bogus to feel like you're being punished just to heal. Like that's really bogus. To feel like you're getting punished because you're healing, but because the demons and principalities don't want you to heal because they benefit from you not being healed. They put these sensors and monitors and um, trackers in you to keep track of when you're advancing and to let them know when you're advancing. So if you did anything to advance yourself, or if you did anything to learn more information or heal, which benefits you but harms them, they then all of a sudden maybe that day you lose something, or maybe all of a sudden that day you plan something fun to do, you can't all of a some a monkey wrench got through in your plans. Well, that was by no coincidence. That was a form of retaliation, a punishment, a backlash for you doing something that you should be able to do. What by the kingdom of hell is like, oh no, do, right? Look, here goes example. You go see a healer, and let's a booby trap. I hear the spaceships. The booby trap ping, bing, 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 and here go a washer. Oh, somebody's healing. Oh no, we ain't gonna be able to feed off them no more. Oh no. Then they go notify the parasites. Hey, cause pain. They start notifying their buddies. Hey, make this happen. They trying to leave. They trying to escape the system that we created for us. Make them not want to anymore. Bring people around that's hella programmed to discourage them, to stop them, put them in so much pain they'll want to stop. That's that's how they're operating. I hear these spaceships, these otherworldly beings, not the good kind. They're upset that I'm speaking about this because the more people take their power back, the less power they have, because the power that they have was originally possessed from by us, from God. Okay? This is the big restoration, the big reordering of things that the Holy Spirit is working on here. Okay? So that's what we have for you guys. I hope that you enjoy all of this material spiritual prosperity that the Holy Spirit has for you here. Okay. I am an ordained minister. I'm a spiritual life coach. I'm a therapist. I clearly tarot reader, Reiki practitioner, Akashic record reader, psychic surgeon. I am having a waiting list here for those that would like services from me. So if you do, feel free to reach out via the email link that is in the description box. Okay. So thank you all for your love and support here. To truly, truly appreciate it. And always remember, you make your own decisions. Peace out, deuces. See, they just siphon energy from me because they didn't want me offering help. Bye.